The disappearance of Ashley Elkins sent shockwaves through Roseville, Michigan. It was a quiet town where everyone knew each other, and such incidents were rare. The news spread like wildfire, leaving the community in a state of disbelief and fear. How could a young mother vanish without a trace in a place where everyone was supposed to be safe? Ashley was not just any resident. She was a beloved young mother, known for her vibrant personality and dedication to her child. Her sudden disappearance left a void that was felt deeply by everyone who knew her. Friends and family described her as a loving and caring individual who would never leave her child behind. The case, shrouded in mystery, gripped the community and beyond. Vigils were held, and makeshift memorials sprang up around town, as people came together to support Ashley's family and to keep her memory alive. The sense of unity was palpable, but so was the underlying fear and uncertainty. It was a chilling reminder of the vulnerability that lurked beneath the surface of everyday life. The streets of Roseville, once considered safe, now seemed ominous. People began to look over their shoulders, and the sense of security that once blanketed the town was replaced by anxiety and suspicion. As days turned into weeks, hope dwindled. The initial surge of community efforts to find Ashley began to wane, and the reality of her prolonged absence started to sink in. Missing person posters became a common sight, a constant reminder of the unresolved mystery. The search for Ashley intensified, but answers remained elusive. Police and volunteers scoured the area, leaving no stone unturned. Search dogs were brought in, and flyers were distributed far and wide, but there was no sign of Ashley. The frustration and helplessness were palpable. The question echoed, what happened to Ashley Elkins? The community, the police, and her family were all desperate for answers. The case became a focal point of local news, with everyone speculating about her fate. Theories ranged from abduction to foul play, but nothing concrete emerged. The answer, it seemed, lay hidden in the shadows of a relationship gone wrong. As investigators delved deeper, they uncovered troubling details about Ashley's personal life. Her relationship with her ex-boyfriend DeAndre Howard Booker was fraught with tension and conflict. Friends and family revealed that Ashley had been trying to distance herself from him. The investigation pointed towards a sinister turn of events, leading authorities to focus on one person, DeAndre Howard Booker, Ashley's ex-boyfriend. His behavior and past interactions with Ashley raised red flags, and he quickly became the prime suspect. The community watched in anticipation as the police closed in, hoping for a resolution to the heartbreaking mystery. Ashley Elkins, a vibrant woman of 30, was a devoted mother to two young boys aged 7 and 10. She was a familiar face in her community, known for her warmth and infectious laughter. DeAndre Howard Booker, 32, was Ashley's ex-boyfriend. Their relationship, described as tumultuous, was marked by periods of separation and reconciliation. Booker, a former nursing assistant, had been unemployed for a year. His past revealed a stint in the U.S. Army, marred by a less than honorable discharge after going AWOL in 2017. The story unfolded on January 2, 2025. Ashley told her family she was running errands, a routine occurrence that took a terrifying turn. She was last seen at Booker's apartment in Roseville. Days later, on January 7th, her abandoned car was discovered near Booker's residence, setting off alarm bells. On January 8th, suspicion fell upon Booker. He was arrested for providing false information to the police, a charge that hinted at a darker truth lurking beneath the surface. As investigators dug deeper, a web of unsettling evidence began to emerge. Inside Booker's apartment, a chilling discovery awaited. The air was thick with tension as investigators stepped into the dimly lit space, their eyes scanning every corner for evidence. The apartment, once a mundane living space, had now become a focal point of a sinister investigation. A substantial amount of blood, later confirmed to be Ashley's through DNA testing, was found in his bathroom. The sight was harrowing, with blood spattered across the tiles and pooling in the corners. It was clear that a violent struggle had taken place, leaving behind a gruesome testament to the events that had unfolded. This gruesome find painted a grim picture, transforming suspicion into horrifying certainty. The investigators meticulously documented every piece of evidence, from the blood-soaked towel to the splatters on the walls. Each clue brought them closer to understanding the horrific sequence of events that had transpired. Adding to the mounting evidence were Booker's own internet searches. The digital trail he left behind was as incriminating as the physical evidence. Investigators pored over his search history, uncovering a series of disturbing queries that painted a picture of premeditation and desperation. Records revealed a string of chilling queries: fastest routes from Flint to Ohio. This search suggested a planned escape route, indicating that Booker had considered fleeing the scene. The specificity of the search left little doubt about his intentions: what to do on the run, if blood is traceable. These searches revealed a mind grappling with the consequences of his actions, seeking ways to evade capture and cover his tracks. The desperation in his queries was palpable, each one a window into his frantic state of mind. How to beat a polygraph. This search indicated a fear of being caught and a desire to deceive law enforcement. It was a clear sign that Booker was aware of the gravity of his situation and was actively seeking ways to manipulate the investigation, and deleting Google's search history. This final search was perhaps the most telling, as it showed an attempt to erase his digital footprint. Booker's efforts to cover his tracks only served to further incriminate him, adding to the growing body of evidence against him. These searches, combined with the lack of activity in Ashley's bank accounts since January 2nd, painted a damning picture of guilt. The financial records were scrutinized, revealing a sudden halt in transactions that coincided with Ashley's disappearance. This, coupled with the other evidence, left little doubt in the minds of the investigators. Booker's actions, both online and offline, had woven a trail of clues that led inexorably to one conclusion: he was responsible for Ashley's fate. Section 5. The Wheels of Justice. Legal proceedings begin. On January 9th, Booker was arraigned on charges of lying to the police. The courtroom was filled with tension as the judge read out the charges. Family members of the victim, Ashley, were present, their faces etched with grief and anticipation. The media was also in attendance, capturing every moment of the proceedings. The arraignment marked the beginning of what would be a long and arduous legal battle. His bond was set at $250,000, a sum he was unable to pay. The judge's decision was met with mixed reactions. Some felt it was too lenient, while others believed it was appropriate given the severity of the charges. Booker's inability to post bond meant he would remain in custody, a fact that brought some relief to Ashley's family. The bond hearing was a crucial step in the legal process, setting the stage for the upcoming trial. He remained silent, his demeanor stoic, offering no clues to Ashley's whereabouts. His silence was interpreted in various ways. Some saw it as a sign of guilt, while others believed he was maintaining his innocence. The courtroom sketches captured his unyielding expression, a stark contrast to the emotional turmoil surrounding the case. His stoic demeanor became a focal point of media coverage, adding another layer of complexity to the unfolding drama. As the investigation progressed, the charges against Booker escalated. New evidence came to light, leading to additional charges. The police worked tirelessly, piecing together the events leading up to Ashley's disappearance. Each new piece of evidence brought them closer to the truth, but also added to the growing list of charges against Booker. The investigation was a race against time, with the goal of bringing justice to Ashley and her family. On January 31st, he was charged with a litany of crimes, including first-degree murder, tampering with evidence, removing a dead body, disinterment, and mutilation. The courtroom was once again filled with tension as the prosecutor read out the charges. Each charge was a reminder of the horrific nature of the crime, and the gravity of the situation weighed heavily on everyone present. The legal documents listed the charges in detail, painting a grim picture of the events that had transpired, and concealing the death of an individual. The list of charges was extensive, reflecting the severity of the crime. The prosecutor's voice was steady as he read out each charge, but the impact was palpable. The courtroom was silent, the weight of the charges hanging in the air. The legal battle was far from over, but this was a significant step towards justice for Ashley. He was held without bond. The decision to hold him without bond was a relief to many, ensuring that he would remain in custody as the legal proceedings continued. The image of the jail cell door closing behind him was a powerful symbol of the justice system at work. The journey towards justice was long and fraught with challenges, but each step brought them closer to the truth. Section 6. A Community in Mourning. The Impact of Loss. Ashley's disappearance sent ripples of grief and fear throughout her community. Candlelight vigils were held, the flickering flames a poignant symbol of hope and remembrance. Family and friends, united by grief, clung to each other for support. Ashley's uncle, Maurice Morton, became the family spokesperson. In a heart-wrenching statement, he expressed the family's devastation, their desperate hope for Ashley's safe return, and their unwavering pursuit of justice. Section 7, the search continues, unanswered questions. Despite the overwhelming evidence, one crucial piece of the puzzle remained missing: Ashley's body. The search led investigators to the Pine Tree Acres landfill, where they found look-alike items. However, the grim reality remained. Ashley was still missing. The unanswered questions continued to haunt Ashley's loved ones. Where was she? What had transpired in those final moments? The lack of closure only amplified their pain. Section 8. The fight for justice. Seeking answers, seeking closure. With Booker's trial looming, prosecutor Peter Lucido vowed to build a solid case based on the totality of evidence, even in the absence of Ashley's body. The prosecution was determined to hold Booker accountable for his alleged crimes. Meanwhile, the Roseville Police Department, led by Chief Mitch Berlin, remained committed to finding Ashley. Their dedication to the case, driven by a desire to bring closure to Ashley's family, was unwavering. Section 9. A shadow cast, the lingering mystery. The disappearance of Ashley Elkins serves as a chilling reminder of the darkness that can lurk beneath the surface of everyday life. It is a story of love, betrayal, and the devastating consequences of unchecked rage. As the legal process unfolds, the fight for justice continues. The community, forever marked by Ashley's absence, holds on to the hope that the truth will prevail, bringing some measure of peace to Ashley's grieving loved ones.